If you meet me in person one day, you'll see that I'm the most humble guy, the nicest guy that respects everybody, gives you 100% of his time. And remember that social media, it's my job. I gotta promote, I gotta market. Sometimes I raise my voice, I'm a little louder. I exaggerate a little bit sometimes, because that's marketing. You gotta try new things, but it's marketing. That's what I teach. And people just don't understand that. Remember that your mom and your dad, you're never gonna be able to change them. Yeah. Like I learned that.
Understand them and try to help them.
Yeah, understand them and try to help them. They're at a stage where they have so many years and they're not gonna change. What you could do is you could just try to enroll them every day and help them understand you, but you're not gonna change them. They're not. It's too late.
Everybody has different personalities, different opinions, so not everybody's gonna love you. And if everybody loves you, that means that you're fake, because then that means you have to tailor to what he wants to hear, what she wants to hear, which makes you a two-face. Everybody thinks that they're so brave behind their social media. I'm like, come and tell me in my face, and then let's see if you would do it. You wouldn't. You know, me, I tell people straight in their face, and if they like it, good. If they don't, also good, because I'm trying to help you.
Hey guys, welcome to Driven Couples. I'm here with my second half. Is it second half?
Your better half.
My second half, yeah. So we're gonna talk today about 2021. 2021 is, the biggest year of everybody's life. And 2021, there's gonna be a lot of changes, a lot of challenges. And what do we do to plan for next year? You guys have seen everybody on the internet, everybody online is giving you their plans. This is what I'm going to do for 2021. Everybody has a business plan. But based on my experience, what I want to show you, what I want to talk about is what I've been doing with my wife for the last 3 years. Just to not go too far back. 2018, we hit 3.6 million in revenue. Then the next year, 2019, we hit 10 million in revenue. This year, 21 million and counting. We don't know how much more we'll end up, but it's going to be a lot more than that. So based on our experience, that's what we're going to share. We're not experts, but
I like to call it something different, because how can you change your life in 1 year? Everybody's in different places. And again, you have to understand and be aware of where you're going, what you want, and where you are right now, because everybody has a starting point. So clearly everybody wants to get to a place where you make enough money, money's not a problem, and you have financial freedom.
But I'm talking about the last 3 years, though.
Yes.
If you go back to 2008, I could tell them 2008 when I was homeless.
So people, more for the first place, like you have to do a life audit. How do you do that? A life audit is basically just breaking down everything, and that's your business, your relationships, everything, how you are as a parent. An audit is like breaking down everything. So I think maybe this morning, like, I want to tell them how they can change their life, not how we changed their life, which is basically the same thing.
Yeah, so you're not making any sense. You're just trying to name it differently to look cooler, which is not the whole point. You just got to give people straight facts and tell them how to do it.
Okay.
Okay.
Go. What's step number one?
You touched this, but this would be a better way to tell people, so that you don't have to go around in circles. You tell them you start where you're at. That's simple.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
So if you're not at 3 million, you're not going to start at 3 million. Mm-hmm. You're going to go back to 2008 when you were homeless and when we were homeless, and you're going to see what we did. Very basic principle that I follow. Doubling every year.
Yeah.
Like people want to make $1 million and they're making 50,000.
Yeah.
When you're making 50,000, don't try to make 100. Don't try to make 1 million. Aim for 100,000, then aim for 200,000. Then next year you double to 400,000, then 800,000. You have to plan your goals, and then you have to go reverse engineer and go back and see what the steps are going to be. What are the key things you're going to work on, and then go from there. Like remember when you got your license, how many deals did you close?
When I barely got it, or
yeah.
How many did I close? I don't remember. I would have to look back.
See, Syl doesn't track, which leads me to my the number one place where you start tracking. So you got to track what you did 2020. So you got to go back 2020, what you did, then go back to 2019 and see what you did 2019. And then you're going to see, well, did I really improve? Did I grow exponential or did I grow linear? You guys know the difference between linear and exponential. Just really quick. Linear means you make 100, then you make 110, then 120, 130, 140, 150, 160, 170, 180, 190, 200. 10 years later, you go from 100 to 200. It took you 10 years to double, where you should be taking 1 year to double every year. And those are the things we work on, what I'm focusing on. Next year, it's our year to hit 50 million in revenue. We got to do it. That's why I'm so serious. I'm so pissed off.
You're busy. You're focused.
We have a lot of work to do.
Yeah, we do. Every day. Every day is a lot of work.
So tell everybody before we start answering questions, what's your biggest tip for 2021? What are you going to do to be a better wife? To be a better businesswoman?
Well, I'm going to keep improving.
What are things you could improve on?
A lot of different, we can all improve on different things. One is figuring out, figuring out how I can create more time, how I can find different positions to cover different positions in our office so that I can focus on the growth and other different things. Because again, you can only do so much in the hours that are available. So creating more time would be my biggest challenge.
So that was your tip?
Yeah. Well, creating more time. Most people just waste time all day.
So one of my key things is, and remember, anybody that has questions, if you're on Instagram, text that number for the private link. You'll go through my Zoom. You'll get on video. You'll ask a question. We'll answer it. And then also, Steph, once you have a good question, just get my attention, please. Yeah. Whoever participates, what I want to do is I want to share. I want to give you guys $100. So if you guys ask a question, I'll Venmo you $100 after this live. Huh? It has to be a good question, yeah, like not something that's related to 2021 planning. So just comment. Steph's back there; she's checking on the questions, and while you guys ask a question, one of the key things is focus on what you could control. So let's say you have a business. Okay, there's certain things that you could control and there's certain things you can't control. If, let's say, an influencer from Mexico, he tells me, hey, meet me in Cancun. We're going to do a podcast. We're going to talk business and we're going to see what we could do. Then I could control flying over there and meeting with him. But I can't control what people in my company are going to do. I can't control if an agent's going to leave or if how they feel or if they're going to show up tomorrow, or let's say if X employee is going to leave or stay, or if we're going to hire more people. Like, that's out of my control. But what's in my control is what can I give them? How can I make them better? What can I offer them? Can I ask them questions? Can I see what their intentions are? How can I help them? How can I improve? Hear it from them. Communicate with my people. I could control that. So most people, they worry too much about things they can't control. You can't control if a person's going to do anything. You could control what you're going to do, but you can't control other people. Now, you could control if you get on a plane and fly and build another relationship, which is something I'm really good at. Is that going to cost you money? Absolutely. Now, most people, they don't want to spend any money.
Well, not their own money.
Relationships are crucial to growing your business.
Yeah.
Just look at Brad Lee, one of my best friends. He's grown his business by creating relationships, relationship after relationship, and that's why he's gotten so successful. And that's where most people fail. They are unwilling to invest money in their companies, in relationships, and self-improvement. So that's one of the things you have to focus on right now. It's the holidays. What could you control? You could control if you want to eat pizza, get fat, and spend time with the family. Or you could control if you want to self-improve, buy more books, listen to more podcasts while everybody is spending time with the family. Give the family, trust me, go spend 2 hours solid with your mom and your dad, your brother, your sister, your family. That's all they need. They don't need more than 2 hours. No more than 2 hours. People go and spend the whole day with the family. So instead of having, like, how many beers can you have? How many margaritas can you have with your family? After 2 hours, high and buy and go self-improve.
Yeah.
Go create relationships. Trust me, December is the biggest opportunity for you to separate from your competition. So don't waste time in December, please. Use it as a time to position yourself ahead. To this Friday, we have our top performers party, right? Mastermind. Saturday morning, we're gonna fly out to Florida to meet Bobby,
We are.
and then we're gonna be right back Monday.
He mentioned it. I didn't know we were going.
Yeah.
We're going.
And then the next week, I'm gonna fly to Cancun.
See, guys,
Unfortunately,
and a big tip for
so
2021.
I'm sacrificing, guys.
I'm saying
and I
something.
have to go to Cancun, and
So for a big tip is stay ready. If you stay ready, you don't ever have to get ready. That saving time is like crucial. To me, I just throw everything in a bag and then we just run out. But easy for me because I've done it so many times. And also, guys, because I wrote something out for you guys, but
better be good.
how do you make a mindset shift? Because to me, the most important things as far as how to change your life in 1 year is you do a life audit and you want to know how your health is, your finances, your personal development, your careers, your relationships, self-care, home life, and also free time. Because yeah, it's like work, or this and that. And it is important to be able to, I know you don't like the word balance everything in, but you do need a little bit of everything to be truly happy and fulfilled. So making a mindset shift is important because mindset is everything. Mindset is when you think you can't anymore and you actually could. Because today we were with some of his coaching people, which are amazing. And if you really think about it, we can all do more, right? So if you absolutely had to do more, or if you had the option to stop, most people stop. Because either way, you have tomorrow. But what if there was no option? Then you can totally go all in and do it. But most people just stop halfway. So mindset is probably one of the most important things that I think if people can change that, you can literally change and 360 your life completely. Because not having that victim mentality that, oh, poor me or poor this, or I'm only paid to do this and that. Like, if you can change that, a year from now, you're going to be like a totally different person. Most people stop before they're done.
Well, mindset is, that's why we have Driven Event. Driven Event, you go there, you get your mindset right, you get your motivation right, and we kind of prepare you to be ready for the boot camp. See, Driven Event is more like it's more like Tony Robbins combined with one of the other influencers. It gives you the motivation, the inspiration, and then it teaches you business. But it teaches you like it's like the beginner's stage for business and kind of going towards intermediate. Now, the Driven Business Bootcamp, it teaches you all the advanced stuff that you need for business. Like, guys, these are facts. Like, we just started a 5th company, legit company, corporation. Okay, 5 corporations already. Some of them are LLCs now, but we have 5 legit companies. The 5th is the newest one. And we started all of them from scratch. Nobody's money. We didn't borrow money from anybody. We did not partner with anybody. We started it with our own money and only us two, me and my wife. Now we grew the company. Now we have other owners that earned ownership because of their sacrifice, their performance, their loyalty, their ethics, their attitude, their contribution, so many things. I could go on and on. So we're all going to grow this company together, and it's just beautiful to see a lot of people in our companies making millions, buying their dream cars, living in their dream home, like giving everything to their family that they never had. It's just beautiful to see that. So the Driven Business Bootcamp is going to teach you how to do that. Like, if you're struggling in your business right now, you can't scale, and you're just growing very slowly, you might be in trouble, because companies go out of business all the time because they're growing too slow. And then when they're growing too fast, they also go out of business because the owner, the CEO, didn't pay attention to operations and systems. I had a guy today that I was coaching, and he's growing really, really fast, really, really fast. But we were touching today systems and operations. Okay, maybe it's a time to slow on the gas, and let's work on the foundation. So very important, guys. And look, I've lost millions. I made millions. I lost millions again, and it's been a roller coaster to get to this point. Like I said, for the first 6 years, it was just underpaid, 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 and getting attacked by a lot of people making fun of me. And like I said in my earlier post, you got to pick what you want people to make fun of. You know, like before, they used to make fun of me because I lived in a small little condo and drove a Ferrari that was pre-owned. Okay? Now people make fun of me because now I have 2 Ferraris and they're brand new. Now they make fun of me because I live in a $10 million home. Now they make fun of me because I have beautiful little daughters. So you just got to pick what they make fun of you. There's always going to be people making fun of you. You just have to ignore them. And that all comes with mindset, because some people, they'll hear something and then they'll put their head down and they'll get discouraged. I love haters, which leads me to the next topic. Before we get into the questions, you gotta, if you want to be successful next year, let's say, and before I start, if you haven't gotten your tickets for Business Bootcamp, founders are sold out. There's no founders anymore. We do have executives and associates. Everything you need to know about business and how to scale your business is going to be there at the bootcamp. We just added Billie Jean. Billie Jean is marketing. Yeah. Best marketer out there. Billie Jean. And guess and learn from me, guys. Why do I have Billie Jean? Because I guarantee all of you right now, and record it. I mean, it's going to go live anyways. Record it. Billie Jean is going to become one of my besties, one of my best friends. We're going to be compitas.
We're excited to meet him.
And we're going to be having beers together and talking marketing. It's going to be awesome. And that's a quality. That's something you have to learn. How to make people your friends. You want to have the right friends, because if you have the wrong friends, they're going to bring you down.
And to remind all of you, it's not going to be free. Everybody wants everything for free. I'm like, oh my goodness, as if it didn't cost money. Everything costs money, and money is to be used.
Yeah.
So if you have to pay for dinner, go out, whatever, pay for the first introduction for...
Ask the strippers. If you don't give them money, they don't look at you.
Yeah, man.
That's the first time that I learned, like, money is pretty powerful. Take money out and strippers come to you. You don't want to be the guy sitting in the front watching them dance and they don't even tip, not even $1. Like I used to kill me when I used to go to strip clubs. So I used to come with money and ready to make it rain.
Brian doesn't know, okay? Shh.
Yeah. So like, having said that, guys, I want to get into marketing. Okay, marketing. I'm gonna tell Billy on stage that I bought him, just like I did Brad. But marketing, talking about marketing, if you have a business right now and you have your systems kind of dialed in, you have to work on marketing. What's marketing? Marketing is getting haters. So you have to work on getting haters. By a raise of hands, you guys watching, how many of you have haters? If you didn't raise your hand, you're not successful.
Stop it.
Okay, you're not yet in that level of success. You need to get haters. Nobody hates on losers or broke people. Nobody. Wow. People hate on success. Watch the news. When you watch the news, what happens? Everybody's talking about, oh my God, look at what happened. All the negative things that happen. This guy got a heart attack. This guy got COVID. This family can't pay their bills, and they promote all these people that are not doing too good. But when people talk about their success, then people criticize. Oh, well, your car is fake. Oh, like your house, it's fake. Your beautiful family is fake.
Well, look, people don't like to see you do good, not better than them, which sucks. And that's where all the haters come into play, because...
You have haters?
Well, a little bit, but I just ignore them. I just block them. Like, I don't tolerate, I don't like to, surround myself with those things. But people are just, it's so sad. I actually feel bad for people like that, because I'm like, man, imagine what a miserable life somebody must have to create fake accounts, to DM all your friends because they don't have anything better to do. And if they actually use that...
See, she doesn't like it. I like it.
If they actually use that fuel to, like, go read a book, go self-improve, like, how could I be better? How can I get in a circle with these types of people? Then they wouldn't have to be doing all those things. And to me, it's like, it says more about them than about us, because he and I are a unit. We're together. We're, you know, he's my husband. So to me, it's just kind of like, I'm like, okay, even if you don't like what somebody says, like, I'm like, okay, I respect everybody's opinion. If you're out there calling people out and just saying mean things for no
guys,
reason.
Just really quick, because Rob is here. Rob, if you're still there, I see you on the Instagram. But let me just tell you how much my friends love me, okay? So Rob this morning, he texts me. Where's Rob Luna? Here it is. Rob Luna.
Ay, mi amor, you're gonna put him on the spot.
He tells me, I had comments from this hater using a fake account, talk shit about your Millie being fake. I deleted it. Not sure if you saw Chiquita something, right? And then he tells me, lol, because I told him I never met losers or broke people with haters. And he tells me, lol, no shit, I need more haters. So Rob's working on getting haters. So Rob tells me, who the fuck has time to do that shit? Especially posting on my account too. What the fuck? Someone really has a shitty life.
Brian even got a message.
Yeah. So, like, just going back to that, guys.
Defend us, Brian. Come on.
Why do people... Instagram, we're gonna stay 5 more minutes and we're gonna cut
you
it.
might want to hear this.
5 more minutes, yeah.
You want to hear
this. So Instagram, maybe the haters watching. That's why. So hater, if you're watching, suck my nuts. So the hater. So guys, going back to that, you need to get haters. Just think about this. Like when I get haters and I get the haters like messaging all my people. Do you realize that they are actually promoting me? They are promoting me for free. So this guy or girl or whoever this person is, and many others. So now I didn't block this person. It's a promoter. They're like the biggest cheerleader out there. They are promoting me to everybody. So people that don't know me or people that are out there, they're like, who is this person? And then they follow me and they're like, wait a minute, this person is legit. Like, I mean, I looked them up and I see all this. So I'm getting more followers. So remember, Kim Kardashian, for example, Kim Kardashian, I want to thank you for everything you've done for me because I have learned so much from you. You taught me that you need to get attention, whether it's good or bad. You got a big ass, you showed it, then you did a porn video, and then that got you so much attention, you became a celebrity. I don't think we're going to do porn, right?
No.
So we won't go the porn route, but... We used the Ferrari.
You don't even let me put bathing suit pics.
Well, if we do, maybe we do a porn. Well, I'll see if I could talk her into that. But she mastered getting attention. So then guess what happened? She got 2 people to follow her. She got all the girls that followed her and got the implants.
We're going off subject now.
No, this is marketing.
Okay.
This is marketing. So they started copying Kardashian. So now, true or not?
Yeah.
All the girls look like Kim Kardashian now.
Seriously.
I see girls like every day,
all day.
And they look like Kim Kardashian.
That's so true.
But not only the ass, also the face.
Yeah.
They just use a bunch of stuff to
whatever
look like
makes you happy.
Exactly. So I'm not hating on Kim.
Yeah.
I love Kim. Like Kim is awesome.
She's
I grew up with Kim.
She's fabulous.
So Kim mastered that, and she realized, wait, if I could get attention with my ass, I'm gonna get haters. And then when you get haters, then they're going to talk shit about you and they're going to hate you. And then that leads to promotion. So they're going to start promoting you. And now you're going to be relevant. Because remember, any attention is better than no attention. I get tickets. Maybe that's bad attention. I'm getting a ticket. I have to pay it. But I'm getting more known. People are watching my car every single day up in front. And then you get attention. And listen to this. This is really important. And then I want you to share something before we take on the first question. Okay. When you want to become a celebrity, okay? Unfortunately, I don't have the ass of Kim Kardashian.
You can get it.
But yeah, I rather focus on making money because it's different for guys. But I don't have that ass. But what I do have is, I was thinking, I have courage. So what can I do? Let's get a red Ferrari. I didn't have the money to get a brand new red Ferrari, so I went there and got a pre-owned. I got a pre-owned Ferrari. It was an open-end lease. So it's a lease. I was leasing the Ferrari, to be clear. Just if the haters there taking notes.
It doesn't matter. So you have to pay a payment every month, regardless of whatever.
So I mean,
People are so stupid.
regardless,
Like
I
that.
got the so maybe he could take notes. Maybe he could try to learn something for this life.
He or
So
she.
yeah, so I get this pre-owned 458 Italia, which I happen to name my daughter Italia, and it's a 2011. It has 8,500 miles, and my down payment is 39,000 to be exact. My payment is 2,100 and change. So I get this car, and I put pretty much all my savings that I have, my reserves that I have to run my company, into the car. She's pregnant, and this is 5 years ago. Italia's
Crazy.
4. So when you were cooking.
I was baking.
So this is 5 years ago. I got the Ferrari, and people were making fun of me. They were saying he's gonna lose the car. He's gonna do this. He doesn't know what he's doing. And guess how many agents we had?
I don't know, like 10?
No, like 3 or 4.
No.
Yeah,
mi amor.
come on. We had a. Remember when we used to have the
We had a
I don't
couple,
want to see the
like
names.
10.
Not really.
Yeah, we had like 10.
Less than 10.
Albert doesn't keep good
Less
track
than
of
10.
those things.
Okay,
Okay, less than 10.
Who
9.
was the only one that actually produced? Willie.
Me and you.
And Willie, right? It's when we just had Willie. So we had Willie, and then I get
Whatever
the car
it takes,
and everything.
guys. Whatever it takes.
You made me lose my where I was going. So, long story short, I get the Ferrari. I could barely afford it, and I take the risk. And people were making fun of me. Oh, he got the Ferrari, he's got a business, blah, blah, blah. Little stupid company. And it was called the mortgage guy back then. But little did they know that this guy is the type of guy that just goes all in, doesn't quit, and doesn't let little comments or others feather him. So this Ferrari, I parked it all the way in the front, and an agent that never gave me deals
We know, babe.
always drove by. I always messaged them, never wanted to have lunch with me. And this guy was a producer. Okay. And all of a sudden I get the car, and then I start getting all his deals. I get his first 3 deals that first month that paid for the car, and I have $20,000, $24,000 left over for the year. After that, I pay off the whole car payment for the whole year. The car payments for the whole year. Now I use the car to promote. So the Ferrari was my ass. If you guys are following.
Asset.
So I do that, and then I found out that was my innovative campaign. Read the book Blue Ocean Strategy. It talks about your blue ocean strategy. You got to find over your blue ocean strategy, which is an innovative campaign. So that allowed me to market, grow, and then I became a celebrity because of that. That was step number 1, and I could barely afford it. I'm sure a lot of you guys watching this have $39,000 in the bank, and I'm sure you could afford $2,100 a month. I did that, and that just blew me up. Now I became a celebrity, and what happens when that happens? Now you control the narrative. So for example, the hater over there, nobody cares about his opinion or her opinion. Like if she talks or he talks, my brother Rob puts him in his place. I have everybody reached out to Kendall reached out to me. Kendall put him in his place. And then like everybody's messaging me. Everybody's like defending me. It's like bodyguards, like cyber bodyguards.
That's what Patrick told us, remember?
Everybody's defending me. I don't need to defend myself. I don't need to block the hater. I love the hater. If you're watching this, thank you. I love you. If you work hard, maybe one day you'll have not 2, but maybe 1 Ferrari. Maybe. I wish you the best. But I'm not going to block you. Keep it coming because I love it. So I love the promotions. And then what happens is you control the narrative. When the hater speaks, nobody listens. The hater's like, hey, Albert has a fake watch. He has a fake Ferrari.
Hey, I bought one of those watches.
Now,
and it was not fake.
Now, exactly.
All.
So now what happens when you become a celebrity? You control the narrative. When you speak, you don't have to run any ads, and you get thousands of views. You get people viewing you live. You get people jumping on your Zoom. That's when you control the narrative because you have importance and you have credibility. So control the narrative. And this is going to be marketing. We're going to talk about this. We're going to also help you guys get verified on Instagram and Facebook. Billie Jean and I, we're going to talk about that. So don't miss out on the bootcamp. Don't miss out on the bootcamp. So it's going to add something. You guys on Instagram, text that number. We'll provide you with the private link. Jump on the Zoom, and then we'll see you there. Want to add a little bit to that?
To what? What you just said?
Yeah.
The whole thing?
Or if you wanna
add anything.
Somebody said fuck the haters.
Look, guys, don't let anybody's opinion stop you. If you have a good idea, a good vision, just go all in, keep working, do the work, don't be lazy, and eventually 5, 2, 3, it depends, years later you'll get there. There's always going to be obstacles, but you can't give up. And you also can't be, it's funny how people talk about like integrity and I have this and I'm this. I'm like, no. Like, you don't even have to tell me, because over the years and months and sometimes just weeks later, I'm like, damn, that person was full of, you know what? And it's so sad. You know, to me it's like I give people my everything, and even if sometimes I seem like I'm extra, you know, I expect a lot. I have very high expectations. And there's nobody that can bring me down from that, because we can all do it. If I can do it, you can do it. We're not any different. Our life could have been different. We were brought up differently, but at the end of the day, it's like, what is the end result and how do we get here as a team, as a whole, individually, whatever. So I just think that people, like, I don't know, lately especially, I'm just like, God, people are so confused. It's painful to watch, especially with this whole pandemic. I'm just like, everybody thinks that they're so brave behind their social media. I'm like, come and tell me in my face, and then let's see if you would do it. You wouldn't. You know, me, I tell people straight in their face. And if they like it, good. If they don't, also good, because I'm trying to help you. And if somebody tells me something, I'm like, okay, I can work on that. And that's the right attitude
But you know,
to take.
one thing, like, you get a little bit more affected than me when people attack you, haters and people like that. Like me, I don't even flinch.
I block them now. I block a lot of people every day.
Why do you think I don't even flinch?
Because, I don't know. What do you mean, what do I think? I don't know. Why?
Well, yeah,
Why?
like what? Like why don't?
Because some
why do you
people
think
care
that?
more than others, and some people analyze. But to me, I'm just like, whatever. Like, why would somebody take the time to do that? Like, it's just weird, because we're all busy. I would like to think people are busy. Y si no, pues find something to do.
Well, these are the same people that didn't work.
I agree.
They didn't have time to work, but they have time to hate.
For everything else. Another really, really, really important thing, guys.
We're gonna jump into a question, but say that and we'll move on. I'm gonna send a link to a few people.
You have to work on yourself daily. What does that mean? That means that learning how to control emotions, certain things, because there's a lot of like really people that just need a lot of help. And there's even people that think that they're good people and they're completely toxic. I call them vampires. If any of you know what a vampire personality is, it's crazy. Like, people like that, I was telling somebody in my office today, they literally scare me, because I'm like, they don't realize how toxic and bad and just so unpleasant to be around, and they think they're perfect. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, like, even me, I'm like, I know I have flaws, we all have flaws, but the people that do the worst things, that like, they're like smiling and then they turn around and talk shit, or when it's convenient to them, it's like, oh yeah, let me reach out to this person. Wait, but isn't that the person that you spent days talking crap about? Like, it's absolutely beyond me. I just don't get it. So always be a good person, because again, it'll come out in like a week. It might take a month, maybe a year, but the truth always comes out. And like, to me, it's absolutely freaking amazing how people can be so freaking negative and toxic and not even know it. So being aware of these things is important. You know, if you have a weakness, fix it. Like, what is your weaknesses? And then you have to work on them and fix them.
And I'll end this with you have the question ready, Steph? So just 1 minute. I was gonna buy a Rolls Royce Cullinan. I might not anymore because because of information. I got the right information. I have the best tax guy in the country right now. His name is Mark Kohler. He's gonna be at the Driven Business Bootcamp. He is my tax guy. He takes care of my taxes. He's gonna speak. #1 tax guy in the nation. Look him up. Mark Kohler. He has 102,000 subscribers on YouTube. He gives you all the raw nuggets for taxes. He's a tax expert. He's gonna be there. So excited for you guys to learn taxes at the bootcamp. So he tells me, Albert, and then Rob Luna too. There's the quality of your friends is going to determine your how successful you're going to be.
Yep.
So Rob tells me, well, why are you going to get the Cullinan? You can't expense the total price that same year. You could only do, I think he said 60 or 70%. And I tell him, no, I think you could do all of it. And he said, no, I know it's 60%. And I tell him, no, it's all of it. He's like, no, it's not. And I'm like, Yeah, it is. And then we were having an argument at Javier's, remember?
Yeah, a
Over some margaritas?
discussion, not an argument.
Yeah, well, there was an argument. It got pretty intense. So then I told him, look, I'm gonna ask the tax expert. Okay. So I go over there, and then Mark Kohler tells me, yes, you could expense 100%. So then I come back and I tell Rob, see, you see? He's like, okay, well, let me go back and research a little bit more, because Rob doesn't like to be wrong. Rob always he wants to be right. But Mark Kohler, the important thing about this is Mark Kohler tells me, well, do you need an extra car? And this is the same thing Rob told me, like, you better love this car a lot. And I'm like, wait, I don't need another car. We have so many cars. Like, my biggest stress in the morning is picking which car I'm going to drive.
Or like finding out where I left my stuff.
Because I'm always trying to match like my car with my watch. But the Cullinan is a $500,000 expense, more or less. It's what it costs. So if you owe $500,000 in taxes, $500,000 in taxes, you could buy a Cullinan for $500,000, and you're gonna write off the money you had to pay for taxes. But Mark Kohler said, why don't you buy, if you don't need another car, why not buy another business that is 100% deductible that first year, and it's gonna make you money passively? And I said, wait a minute, that makes sense. So then I go back, and because I got that information, I'm back on the plane, and I'm thinking, my mind's going like, and I'm like, wait a minute. We do have something called Driven Event, right, guys? Driven Event, and we have the Driven Bootcamp.
Yeah.
So I'm like, why don't we pay for lighting, AV, and the setup and all that stuff? We spend hundreds of thousands of dollars to set up for Driven Event for all those things we need. The lighting, AV, and audio visual, all that shit. You know more about that.
It's a lot.
So I'm saying, why don't we buy one of those companies? It's a write-off. And we're going to use it every year, and it's going to make us money, and we're going to save money. So instead of the Cullinan, buy a company. Buy one of those companies. Now we have the equipment. We own it. It's so an expense.
Yeah.
So instead of spending $500,000 on a Cullinan that we don't need, we already got the Suburban and the Rolls Royce, why not buy a company that's going to provide income every month, and it's going to save us money, and it's 100% deductible this year? So that's what we're going to do. Question? Jeff. Dude, Jeff's my favorite dude. Besides Jomar and Alpha Slice.
Where's Jeff?
We can't hear him. Is the audio low? Is the volume up? Isn't that a good idea though? Buying that company, an AV audio visual.
Well, audio visual is definitely not cheap.
But it's not expensive. The equipment is not expensive.
It's expensive.
$500,000 would get it.
I know.
Right off.
Talk, Jeff? Nope. All right, we'll go to the next question. From Carla Ramirez.
Hi.
What's up, girl?
Hey, what's up? What's up? This is my first time listening to you guys. And I'm actually excited. I like it how you guys keep it real. So that's really nice too. You guys are not fake. I like that.
Sometimes my wife is like, you got to stop keeping it real because you might hurt people's feelings.
No, stop being so crazy, because I'm like, oh.
What's crazy?
Anyway, we love you.
Oh, we love you too. Well, I love you guys. So I just wanted to ask, how do you, I've been in the industry. I'm a loan officer, and I do have my other business, a firearms instructor business. But how do you overcome fear? Like, I know that I see Albert all the time on social media. Like, how do you overcome fear of being judged by others? Like, I mean, I wish I could be like, me vale, and just be like, I don't give a damn. But how do you do that?
Oh, he's an expert.
Look, one sentence. I don't give a fuck. Like I used to care. I used to care what people thought about me. So I was trying to say things that would please everybody else, but myself. So I was trying to be perfect, because my mom always tells me still, Alberto, no digas que hiciste cocaína. Alberto, no. You speak Spanish, right? Yeah. Yeah. Alberto, no enseñes tu reloj porque la gente te va a criticar. No lleves tu carro a la oficina. No. And she's like worried because of what people are going to think about me. And she's like, don't say that your company's doing good. And I'm like, Mom, why wouldn't I say that the company is doing good? Why wouldn't I show off my watch? Why wouldn't I promote? Today's world is marketing. So for a time, I tried, let me just tone it down a notch and, not be real. Like you were saying in the beginning, you like that we're real. So I'm not gonna be too real. I'm gonna kind of play it low and be a little bit more quiet and more politically correct on camera. And I still had haters, and I still had people that didn't like me. So I said, well, this is not working. And worst of all, I am not happy. So I said, well, I'm just gonna be real, and I'm gonna cuss if I want to cuss. I'm gonna drink if I want to drink. I'm gonna say what I want to say, and I'm gonna be happy. I'm gonna be me. I'm gonna be real and human, and I'm gonna be more relatable to everybody else. And people are still not gonna like me. And guess what? I was right. People still don't like me no matter what I do. But now I'm happy, and I could tell people to fuck off, and I could tell people that who I really am. So remember that you're either gonna make yourself happy, or you're gonna spend all your life trying to please everybody else, but you're not gonna be happy. And when you're yourself, I think you could help more people because you're more relatable. And people see, well, this guy is authentic. This girl's authentic. And I just want to be authentic. I never want to be a fraud. And if people say things behind my back, and people say things with fake accounts, but I never had anybody go to my office and look for me. I never had anybody come to me in my face. You know why? Because they're sissies. They don't do anything. They're cowards. If you want something from me, come look for me. You know where I am. I'm not a coward. I guarantee you that if you step close to me enough, I will knock you out. So I'm just like that. Courage is what's going to get you to the finish line, not being a coward or a little sissy.
And also remember that people are always going to judge you. It doesn't matter what you do. My grandma always used to tell me que literalmente no soy monedita de oro para caerle bien a todos. And think about that. Everybody has different personalities, different opinions. So not everybody's going to love you. And if everybody loves you, that means that you're fake, because then that means you have to tailor to what he wants to hear, what she wants to hear, which makes you a two-face, which is what a lot of people are. It's surprising to me, especially as time goes on and I get older and I get wiser and I have very little time to waste. I like think about some of the things people do in their actions, and then I look at what they're, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, like you are so full of crap, and you don't ever want to be around people like that. Like even if you have 2 friends, it's better than having 10 fake friends. Friends that look for you when they need something. Friends that only call you when they need something, basically. So you want to have people that really have your back, whether it's 2 or 10, it doesn't matter. And it's very hard to find good people. So that's my biggest thing. Like now I'm like, it's not that I don't care. I just don't like to hurt people's feelings. I don't. But also I'm a little bit demanding, so it kind of conflicts. So I don't know. I would say do your thing. Try not to worry too much about it. Whatever. Like if people like it, good. And if they don't, also good. And I know it's hard, but fear is not real. Like even if you're scared, so what? What's the worst? He told me once, what's the worst that's going to happen? When I'm on stage at Driven for the first time, I'm like,
nobody's
shaking.
going to eat you.
Nobody's going to eat me. And I'm like, that's true. Nobody's going to eat me. So what's the worst that can happen? That I can stutter a little bit, that I can shake, and then you just keep doing it.
Nobody's perfect.
Yeah. Yeah.
And also, like, to add to mine, you just have to be respectful of others. Like the people that I respect so much, my landscaper, our housekeeper, our janitor, like those people are just as important as the top
Anybody
level guy.
else, yeah.
It doesn't matter what position you are. Treat everybody with respect. When we go eat, I give the guy $100. The valet guy.
All the guys.
Like I'm treating my people, mi familia, like all the bus boys and everybody. I treat everybody right. If you meet me in person one day, you'll see that I'm the most humble guy, the nicest guy that respects everybody, gives you 100% of his time. And remember that social media, it's my job. I gotta promote. I gotta market. Sometimes I raise my voice. I'm a little louder. I exaggerate a little bit sometimes, because that's marketing. You got to try new things, but it's marketing. That's what I teach, and people just don't understand that. But you meet me one day in person, you'll see what a soul I have, and what a kind of a human being I am. You could ask anybody that knows me personally, like Joe Ma or anybody else that's here on the live. I'm different in person. I mean, different in a way where I don't
Not
have
so
to be
crazy.
marketing. I don't have to be
Crazy.
a little louder. But other than that, I just want to be authentic. I want to help people.
I feel like I'm the same all the time. I'm like, whatever. If I'm annoyed, you're gonna know I'm annoyed.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
A ver.
000.
Thank you for my food, by the way. It was so good.
000.
Is that me or no? Is it Jeff the Entrepreneur or 000?
Well, 000 is not responding, so you jump in.
All right, hey, yeah, you can hear me okay, Albert? Albert, you're totally right, man. I met you in person, and I felt your heart. You're totally right. The way you come off, and you're right, you market very well. I knew who you were, followed you for years. But my question to evaluate, because I always hate when there's not a question. So I'm kind of scaling back and building systems. I'm reading principles. I'm actually going through it, rewinding it, highlighting it. I'm at that level right now. But I'm building systems before I scale. And because of a common mentor of ours, a lot of influencers are like, no, just scale now. But I feel like that would just be chaos. Am I wrong or am I right there?
You know, in the beginning, I got a combination my first two mentors, I got a combination of both of them, and it really helped me out because one of them was Grant Cardone and one of them was Patrick Bet-David. So one of them was like so much sales, and then the other guy was systems and operations. So that combination allowed me to grow the right way. If I would have learned just from one, it wouldn't have worked out, but I got the best out of both. So does that answer your question kind of?
Yeah, no, that definitely does. Lewis Howes was my last one. He's like, no, man, you got to build systems and do webinars. So I'm doing webinars. And it's funny, I got my first hater. We were sending out text before my webinar on jeffsiphone.com because Grant, you know how Grant can be. He was like kind of a hater on me calling in from my iPhone because I'm out here hustling, doing whatever it takes. And he's like, oh, that's horrible marketing. So I bought jeffsiphone.com because we're entrepreneurs. Me and you, Albert, I connect with you in so many different ways, right? We're just entrepreneurs. So I bought it. And now I got 300 signups for the webinar, like the first week. Only 20 people showed. But we're doing leads automation this week. But so we're sending out 5 texts. I'm having my assistant send out texts to the webinar. And this guy goes, oh my God, dude, if you send me one more text, I'm going to blow it up on social media. I fucking hate you. Oh, sorry, I shouldn't swear, but you know, that's what he says. And I was just, dude, I just started smiling. It's like, do it. He never put me out on social media. So I guess I got to send him 10 texts next time. But yeah, I do. Let me ask you this question though. In the beginning, because when I first started and I started getting known, people know of me. I know people hate me right now because yeah. Did you ever flinch at first when you had haters? Because I'm starting to get to the level where I don't flinch. I know I'm on the right path, but did you ever flinch at first?
That's a very good question, Jeff. I love this question, by the way, because I think this question will help a lot of people. Brian, did you buy that domain already? Buy it right now and let me know when you do so I could announce it. I don't want somebody to take it. So in the beginning part, in the beginning part, when people make fun of you, criticize you, or talk shit, it hurts because you don't have experience, you're not confident enough, and it hurts you really bad, and it sucks because a lot of people that have a lot of potential, they get shut down,
yeah,
and then they give up, and it's because they don't have the mindset. You don't have that problem, Jeff. Like you got the right mindset.
Well, the worst part is that you're getting shut down by somebody that already gave up. So always remember that. Like, who is the person delivering this message? Because it says more about them than it does of you.
No, so the guy who delivered the message, I surround myself with, I'm going to give him a shout out. His name's Garrick. He owns Share. It's like an Uber company. He just bought it. He's a very successful dude. He gave me his number. I blast everybody, man. I don't even care. So he's like that kind of prima donna guy of, oh my God, I shouldn't be hit up. I don't care, man. Like, it's a good thing I don't, So, you know, that's kind of where my level's at. And maybe I should tone that down a little bit and not be so loud. But I feel my information's so good. I feel my coaching. I don't coach any more than I know, Albert. I listen to you. But I feel like I'm the best coach because I have the purest heart. It's a money back guarantee. I'll help anybody make more money and not make the pitfalls and lose thousands of dollars like I lose. I almost bought like a scammy verified system. So I can't wait till I'm at the boot camp because that's the next step. So I was like, I'm going to hold off till then. And so glad you got Billy Jean there, man. He's been a huge influence to me with one of his courses for a while, and me and him have been on live stream together, so that's going to be phenomenal.
Yeah, bro. I'll help you get verified. And check this out. Driven 1, 2017. We're having Driven 1. So we're having Driven 1, and I go to Brad Lee's office, and we go live. And we go live with Grant, okay? It's one of my first times going live, especially with so many people watching me and Grant. You could Google it, Google Brad Lee, Albert Preciado, and Grant Cardone, and you'll find it. It's like a 1.5 hour live of just us three. And we're promoting Driven 1. You got it?
Yeah, I'm gonna watch that. I can't.
Yeah, give me 1 second. Shit.
Time is of the essence of
I'll give it to you
over
in a second.
everything.
So I'm doing the live, right? And then this girl who happens to be the ex-girlfriend of one of Grant Cardone's old sales guys.
Oh, I remember her.
Yeah, like so one of the past.
I was like, she did it.
So one of the past Grant Cardone sales guys, right? He doesn't work there anymore. So I'll leave it like
Not
that.
anymore.
But
No,
him and the girlfriend, they watched the replay and they made fun of me. They said, "Oh my God, I can't believe that
He's so boring
guy
to listen to.
is talking on the live with Brad and Grant. He's so boring and making fun of me, right?" I already have the Driven 1 scheduled, 2017 at the Ritz-Carlton. Grant's one of the speakers. Brad's one of the speakers. This one I was really close to Grant, and this one it's me and Brad. I was at Lightspeed. They made fun of me, and I'm in Vegas, and I'm watching the comment like days after we did the live, and I'm thinking like, and I got pissed off, to be honest, because I'm real,
I
guys.
sent him a nice little message.
Oh, I didn't know that. So I'm real. I'm real. So I think this will help you guys. So I'm there sitting, and I'm like, why is she saying this? Why is like his old sales guy telling me this, that I suck, that I'm a horrible speaker, that I'm boring. And then I'm like, but I'm having Driven event. And you know, like going to today, I'm verified. I'm still with my same girl. He's not. We're married. We have beautiful children, and you know, results speak for themselves. So when you let people like that put you down and stop you, you lose. But the biggest
revenge of success
is for you to have massive success.
and be happy.
So
really
I guarantee you that he's gonna watch this, she's gonna watch this. They're not together anymore, but whatever you guys did, hey, thank you.
Yeah, see, dude, that's awesome. I definitely know that feeling, because when I first started, I had a lot of hate and it bothered me. Now I'm so driven, no pun intended, but I really am, man. And I connect with you really well. And like the one thing that I think you helped me out with this is it's okay to shift mentors. For a while, I kind of didn't, and I can't wait for all the growth in anything I do, man. I can't wait to blow you up and help you however way to become a billionaire, because I like, you've helped me so much in our limited connections, and I'm just very thankful in my journey. My journey's been really tough. You sent out a message when I was all worried about my taxes. Don't worry, bro. I've been there, been okay. And it's just nice, man. So it's all heart, and I'll always have your back, man. And I understand you're more transformational than transactional. There's some people who become transactional than transformational. And I just want to say, I appreciate you. And I'm definitely in the part kind of almost where you're saying where, I'm not there yet, man. I'm very honest to where I'm at. I'm helping out my dad redo his house so I can sell it and move to Texas or Arizona or Florida. I'm trying to find a girlfriend who could buy a 4-unit with me. That's the only reason why. That's what I ask. So I'm listening to everything, man. But I just, that makes sense, man. And I'm getting a lot of hate as I blow up more right now. and it's a good thing. But sometimes I feel like scoreboard, right? Look at the scoreboard, and my scoreboard isn't your scoreboard right now, and that's kind of why I just want to. I've been doing what is it called? Instrumental growth all the time, a couple extra thousand every month. But I haven't done experimental growth. That's the best thing about Driven. So that's why I'm going to boot camp. That's why I committed to founder. Personally, dude, I shouldn't be a founder right now. I'm not a founder. I'm not a CEO. I'm not anything. But I want to act like I am. I have confidence in myself. I know I can go sell coaching sessions or whatever it takes to get it and pay it off. So that's why I was like, you know what? I'm going to commit first and figure out later, because that's how I've done everything. So that's just a big testament to you and having time with me. So that's it, man. I mean, thank you for that story, though. That was huge. That's awesome. I'm going to go Google that after this.
Yeah. Well, watch it. It's a true story. All of you that want to watch it, dude, all I got to say is that this dude and his girl are not together anymore, but this dude, he's not verified. He doesn't have, followers. He doesn't, it's just, it happens. And you know why? Because good things happen to good people.
Agreed.
And I've always been the kind of person that I am going to grow with you. And if you grow, Jeff, and you become more successful than me, I'm going to be happy for you. Yeah. If Jomar grows and he becomes more successful than me, I'm going to be happy for him. And we're going to grow together. And I'm going to have friends where I could be like, hey, you know what? Shit, I made a mistake. Can you lend me $2 million? Oh, here you go. I'll wire it. I'll pay you back in 30 days, bro. Cool. Those are the friends you want to have. We win together. We grow together. I'm never going to turn my back on people because I'm afraid that they're going to grow higher than me. Like, I'm never going to do that. I'm like, in me, you find a mentor forever. You find a friend forever. And that's what it's all about. Helping people, everybody growing and not having any envy. Now, people that are not ethical to me once, I delete you from my life. I block you. I don't flow you power, and it's done. It's done. I don't hate you.
It's just over.
I just don't want to talk to you. I just don't want to see you, and I have no interest in you. If you're unethical once to me, you're going to be unethical again. And I don't want to take that risk. So people that are good people, good things are going to happen to you. And I'm really proud of you, Jeff. Keep it up. And remember that right now, you're probably going through like the stages where people used to try to bully me, make fun of me, and tell you you're a wannabe Grant, you're a wannabe whatever. Hey, just work your ass off, mind your own business. At the end, it's going to hurt them more seeing you successful, seeing you in your Lambo Ferrari and your house or whatever you want to show off.
Yeah.
So whenever you're successful to the point you want to be, and you drive what you want to drive, you live where you want to live, you have the millions or the billions that you want to have, we're all going to celebrate, and that's going to be the biggest revenge that all these people are going to have. And remember, you forgive. I forgive, but I don't forget.
Yeah. No, that's huge, man. That's the one thing you said that you see so many people not do. And this is why we're friends for a while, for a lifetime, man, because we have the belief of, I've coached people who've gone on and made, more money than me right in because they were in a better vehicle. And I'm happy for them. Like, I'm proud of it. Right. And there's some people out there who just get mad if you grow bigger than them. And those are the type of people that it's kind of tough to be around, because it's basically kind of an insecurity thing and an ego thing. They got to be number one. And like, these are the people I can grow with. That's why shout out to Jackie and Steph and everything. You have a great team, and you have great people around you. And it's definitely awesome to see, because then I feel it. And that's how I feel too, man. Like, like Bradley's one of those guys too. I brought him a bottle of wine. He's like, dude, whatever you need. I know you lost a lot of money in the software business, but you're in it right. Let me know. And so, like, certain people that I pick up, we're in our life. We get to pick up who we want with us. We can be intentional. So anybody out there, man, if you don't like anybody, that's the best advice you gave. Cut them out. Negative energy isn't worth it. And because we're kind of on to bigger and better things. So all right, I gotta go and I gotta get back to work. But thank you for your time.
Awesome, bro. Awesome. And having said that, one of the things that I want you to implement for 2021 planning, maybe cut a few people from your life. Maybe cut a few people from your life. Maybe family members. Cut it from your life. ¿Ya te vas?
Bye.
Vamos a terminar. Si te quieres esperar, si no, mañana. Quédate como dos. Okay. Yeah, my dad's here. So cut the fat. Maybe it's some family members that you got to stop spending time with them. Maybe it's some of your close friends that are really negative or toxic. So I guarantee you that if you cut maybe one or two people that maybe are not the right people to have around for 2021, it'll help you be better in 2021.
I did the exercise Alpha Slice did, and I already cut out I think it was 7 people at your event. He spoke on it. I wrote him down. I cut out 7 people that don't talk, and I got a text, hey, what are you doing? I sent him a video, and I said, guys, if you're not down with this, I'm not. And they said, no, you're crazy. I said, yeah, that's what I thought. So I already did 7. I think the next up is someone, my dad watches a little too much politics, gets a little bit too negative sometimes. But I do want to take care of him. He's my dad. So that's the next thing I got to figure out on how I do it,
Yeah, and also I'll say this: we'll go to triple zero. But remember that your mom and your dad, you're never gonna be able to change them.
Yeah.
Like I learned that.
Understand them and try to help them.
Understand them and try to help them. Yeah. They're at a stage where they have so many years and they're not gonna change. What you could do is you could just try to enroll them every day and help them understand you, but you're not gonna change them. They're not. It's too late. But you could spend time with them and you could kind of tell them, look, Dad, this is working. This is what I'm doing.
Well, it's never
Mom.
too late. They don't want to change, if that makes sense.
But you still have to love them. One day you won't have him around.
Mm-hmm.
So as long as my dad, I have a different relationship now with my dad and my mom because now they see the success is real, and they're like, oh shit, but they still have the old mentality and habits of. You gotta don't let the water run in. The fridge has to get closed right away. The lights, turn them off. Like your grandma was turning off my light.
I always tell people, do not turn on my lights.
Yeah,
off. Don't turn them off. Like I have them on for a reason.
But you get the point. Just love your parents and just remind them this is what I'm doing. These are my dreams. Because at least one day when they're not around, they'll die, and they'll remember like that you told them that these were their dreams, and then they'll see you from up on top. They'll see you moving on. So. 000. 000? Huh.
How does that happen? Can we control
some of my
that?
gente. Where's
He probably doesn't know how.
Maybe he doesn't know.
Thank you, guys. You guys are the best.
Thank you.
Love you. Bye.
All right.
So cute.
000.
Ay, who's gonna make me another?
You good?
margarita?
Hola Alberto, ¿cómo estás?
¿Qué tal? ¿Cómo estás?
Saludos desde Colombia.
Oh, me encanta Colombia. Antes de conocer esta, yo quería una colombiana. Pero estaba muy lejos de aquí.
Yo también.
Bueno, mi pregunta es muy corta
Guapas, ¿verdad?
y es más bien un consejo. ¿Qué consejo le darías tú a los jóvenes emprendedores que están obteniendo el éxito demasiado rápido y tienden a perder la cabeza?
¿Con las mujeres o con qué?
Con el dinero, algo parecido a lo que tú contabas en el video con tu padre, que te llegó el éxito muy rápido y te ibas mucho de fiesta.
¿Cuántos años tienes?
22, pero no me pasó propiamente a mí, sino a mi hermano.
Sí, pues lo primero que tienes que hacer es tienes que cortar todas las...
Su hermano no es.
Sí, o sea, hablando en general, tienen que cortar todas las pendejadas. O sea, si siempre van a haber amigos que van a querer ir a festejar porque ganaron dinero, les fue bien, y luego cuando vas a festejar, ¿qué pasa? Después de las 10, 11 de la noche no pasa nada bueno. Vas a tomar mujeres y vas a cometer errores. Te pueden pasar muchas cosas. Yo hice todo eso cuando estaba 22, 23, 24.
Prioridades.
¿Y qué pasó? En el año 2008, yo tenía 25 años, perdí todo porque mis prioridades eran las fiestas, las mujeres, las drogas, el alcohol, y todo lo perdí. Y tuve que recuperarlo, pero aprendí mucho de eso. Si yo pudiera regresar a 22, 21 años, yo nunca me hubiera metido en drogas y en todo eso. Hubiera sido más maduro y pensar igual como pienso ahora. Pero me tomó tantos años, me tomó casarme, tener una hija, tener otra hija, para al fin decir, ¿sabes qué? Lo mejor ahorita es estar aquí con mi esposa, con mis hijas, y voy a ver qué puedo mejorar para mañana para mi negocio, voy a ver qué nuevo puedo aprender, y esas son mis prioridades: aprender, mis negocios, cómo podemos ser mejor mañana, cómo puedo ser mejor padre, mejor esposo. Esas cosas. Pero cuando tienes 22, 21 años o 20 años, es difícil porque no piensas en avanzado, no tienes hijos, no tienes compañía, no tienes empleados, no tienes gente que depende de ti. So, ahora que gente depende de mí, o sea, no tengo otra opción. Pero si pudiera regresar, tienes que saber cuáles son las prioridades. Porque si hubiera tenido diferentes prioridades, ahorita fuera multibillonario seguro. O sea, sin
Duda.
dudas, sin duda.
For sure.
Claro, claro. Oh, Alberto, tu español es bueno, no le prestes atención a los comentarios.
Tú me conociste por el canal de español, ¿verdad? Driven Channel.
Sí,
Driven Español.
sí.
Aw.
Qué bueno, qué bien, qué bien. Sí, Salomón es uno de mis amigos, nada más que como no me conocen, me ven ahí, dicen, este pelón no sabe hablar español. Y me dicen que soy un mal entrevistador, que soy malo porque yo no soy entrevistador. Yo nomás ahí me pongo a entrevistar a gente para
Ayudar.
conocerlos, para aprender y
Ayudar.
para generar material para que gente como tú y todos los demás puedan aprender. Cosas que me hubiera gustado poder tener acceso a.
Gracias, gracias y no dejes de hacerlo.
Gracias, hermano. Y cualquier cosa, me mandas un mensaje por Instagram y aquí estoy para ayudarte para siempre.
Italia says fabulous.
Gracias.
Gracias, gracias.
Bye. He's so cute.
We good, Steph?
Steph?
One more? Mando.
One
Last
more
question.
and
Lando.
a ver, Lando.
Maybe you have to unmute him. Some people don't know how to unmute. It's complicated.
These are disgusting the way they look.
Oh, really?
Well, look. Let's put them away.
Oh, wow. Hello, guys.
Hello, Lando? Mando.
Yeah, what's up?
Lando.
Hola.
Yeah, what's up, Albert? What's up, Syl? You guys forgot about me? I changed my name. It's Lando now. It's Orlando originally, but it's Lando. But I forgot my question. I wrote down so many questions, but oh, okay. The last question I wrote was how important is why in setting goals? Like your why.
Super important.
You want to answer it? Or?
I think it's extremely important in my opinion because when you want to deviate or go a different direction, you're going to remember your why. Because again, instant gratification is so much more what's people go for than delayed. And when you have a why, you're like, okay, if I do this, I'm going to get this. But if I wait a little bit and I do this and this person is counting on me, then I might just do what I said I was going to do. So I think your why is crucial to if you're going to be successful or not. What do you think?
I don't have an option when I wake up. Like when I wake up, I don't know if you have kids or a wife, but when I wake oh, perfect. So when I wake up, the first thing I do, part of my systems and procedures as a personal point, I wake up and I don't leave my bed until I give a kiss to my little daughter that's 4. Her name is Italia. And my little daughter that's Berlin, she's 1. And then Syl, I give her a kiss. And then I walk out. And I do my morning routine. And then I go straight to the office. Before I leave to the office, I go and give them another kiss. And they are my why. And then when I'm leaving, sometimes I see my dad, or sometimes I see him when I come back. And he's my why. Because I promised them and I committed to them that I was going to be the greatest. And that I was going to take care of them. And that I was going to like really my dream is to become a billionaire because I want to use all those resources to change the world. I don't like the schooling system. I'm not okay with vaccines. I'm not okay with a lot of things that they're forcing us to do, like wearing masks and doing just a lot of other things that don't make any sense. So I want to be able to be a contribution to the world and to my people. And that's my why. My why is not having a nice watch, having a nice car. Like
That's just a bonus.
That's not fulfilling, you know. Like that feels good when you drive it and when you do that. But what's fulfilling is when you could hear other people and they say that you changed their life. That's what's fulfilling. That's what I'm all about.
It really is.
So my why is how can I make a difference in this world as a little Mexican that's in his 30s that everybody counted out, that everybody talks shit about, that everybody still talks shit about, and that everybody still makes fun of me. That is my why. I want to help.
Well, that's pretty cool, man. How ironic is that you know, when I follow both of you guys on Instagram, that you told about you went to Beverly Hills with your dad because he's a painter.
Yeah.
How ironic that it's literally you went full circle. You got to where you started when you was a child, you know, with your dad. Here you are, both of you guys, residents of Beverly Hills. I think that's amazing.
Yeah, and this is just this is just this is just the beginning, and like I said, once we meet in person, you'll meet me. I'm the same in person. I'm a humble dude, and I want everybody to win, and I'm very serious when it comes down to business. Like when it comes down to business, I don't like to waste time. I want to get to work, but when it's off time from business, I like to have fun. I like to celebrate with my people, but I'm just really focused, you know, and I can't wait to wake up tomorrow and crush it again and advance every year. Every day I want to get 1% better so I could help more people. So that's what it's all about. The more people that win, the more difference you can make.
That's pretty cool. I have one more thing. Can I ask you guys one more thing?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, because before I got the message that you were going on Zoom, I was going to start listening to Patrick McDavid because he has a 2021 business plan. But then I listened to what's his name? Oh my God, the funny guy dropping bombs.
Brad.
Yeah, Bradley. And he had me, and I was just laughing my ass off with this guy. He's crazy on the podcast. But they both were talking about, which you guys started off talking about at the beginning, but then you kind of like shimmied away, about goal setting. Like, my question is, you know, people say, write your goals down. And I'm thinking, okay, I can write whatever I want on a piece of paper, but I think, me personally, it's more than writing down your goals. Like, I believe it's actions, right? Because any fool can write any goal down on a piece of paper. Like, what is your advice? Like, as far as goal setting and importance of not just writing it down, like actually implementing it and breaking down goals, you know, little by little.
I mean, I think if you're clear on what your dreams are, you don't have to write it on the paper because the paper is not going to execute for you. Like if I want to be faithful to my wife, I don't have to write it down every day. I'm going to be faithful. If I want to be a billionaire,
That's true.
I know I want to be a billionaire. I don't have to write down, I want to be a billionaire. If I want to be ethical, I don't have to, I'm going to be ethical. Like I think you should know what you want and be clear on it. And you need to go out there and execute, because a lot of people write down stuff. A lot of people go to seminars, read books, and they don't execute. A lot of people get mentorships, and they don't execute. The biggest thing you got to do is execute. Like, I know I want to be faithful. I know I want to be a great father. I know I want to be at the office. I know I want to be a good leader. I don't have to write it down. I have to write down things that I might forget.
Yeah.
Like little things, but I don't have to write down that I want to be the greatest. I wake up to it. I go to sleep with it. I sweat it. I bleed it.
It's a mindset.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Well, you guys are the greatest, man. I just want to say, if I don't see you guys for end of this year, party hard at that beautiful house of yours.
Thank you, brother.
You guys are the realest, man. I love you guys.
Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. We will.
I'm sure.
Awesome, man. Love you guys. Appreciate all of you that tuned in, and we'll see you next Wednesday.
You want to add one last thing?
What?
No? I'm just asking you. So we love all of you, and remember, your life, you can change it any day, and you don't have to wait till 2021. People always wait till the new year. I'm like, no, you can change your life right now as long as you make a decision and you go all in. You go all in. You don't have to wait till Monday or the new week. It's so silly to even like think that people are programmed that way. Every single minute, you could just say, you know what, I'm done with this. Just like I did when I was 21. I was like, I'm done. What life do I want? I'm doing this, but I want this. And it doesn't work like that.
So to end this with this comment, create this for homework. Create a positive distraction. So let's say if you like to drink a lot, maybe and celebrate, maybe create a positive distraction. I'm not gonna drink for the next 30 days. It's not fun, but that's gonna distract you from something that's gonna pull you away from your success, from distractions.
If it's a problem.
like this, create a contest. You know what? I'm gonna lose 10 pounds in December. So that's a positive distraction. Instead of watching the news, wasting time, then you're gonna be like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna watch what I eat. I'm gonna watch what I drink. I'm gonna work out extra harder, and I'm gonna do this. So that's a distraction that takes you away from all the bullshit and the holidays that are gonna distract you from production. Because yeah, I mean, you have two options. You could either hang out with your family the
Well,
whole
the holidays is one day. Like people take
Yeah.
the last 3 months off,
People
and I'm
stop
like,
working. So you got to create a distraction that's going to distract you from not
So
working,
sad.
and it's going to attract you to working. So focus on that and create a positive distraction, because 2021 starts today. See you guys next week.
Mwah. Bye, Jomar.